يا إخوتي هيا نمضي سويا 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 بسعي حثيث لأجل البناء
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed all praise and gratitude be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As such, we ask Allah to send His peace and blessing upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, upon his entire family, his noble companion, and those who follow him in his footsteps to the day of judgment. Amma Brother and sister, I'd like to welcome you to the Plain Truth TV. I'm your host, Abu Muhammad Ali Al-Ansari. I'd like to welcome you with Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh wa maghfirah. Welcome to another episode of our show, Ramadan series and fasting. So this episode we'll be discussing some rationality beyond fasting, some rational reason why it's important to fast, and some of the wisdom beyond fasting. As some of the ulama observe fasting and the person that fasts, some of the benefits of fasting, some of the rational reason beyond fasting. And we as a Muslim who grew up in Islam, sometimes we grew up as a Muslim, we don't really know too much about Islam. We don't even know some of the reason beyond fasting. We just know that Islam commands us to fast. So it's good to know some of the good reasons, some of the rational reason beyond fasting. So some of the ulama highlight certain things that we can utilize while we engage in dawah to explain some of the reason why it's important to fast. So now let us get into it. The first reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verses 183, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
the meaning which can be interpreted as, O you who believe, decree upon you is fasting as you would decree upon those before you, that you may become righteous, that you may become conscious, that you might gain taqwa. Taqwa is explained as the ulama is the barrier that you put between you and disobedience of Allah. Anything that can lead you to disobedience of Allah, you put a barrier between you and that. Anything that can lead you to the punishment and the anger of Allah, you put a barrier between you and that. Anything that can bring you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that motivate you to do, that's taqwa. Taqwa is the type of consciousness that you have that motivate you to do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command you to do. That consciousness that prevent you from transgressing the limit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So one of the main purposes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned fasting is that we may gain taqwa, that we may be more conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that it will motivate us to do things that is pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That things that is displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah has prohibited, that it move us far away from it. So these are some basic meaning of taqwa. So brothers and sisters, let us look at what some ulama said concerning about fasting and the fasting person and some rational reason beyond fasting. Some of the ulama mentioned that fasting is a means of attaining taqwa, piety, being conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Taqwa means doing that which Allah has enjoined, has commanded, and avoiding that which He has prohibited. Fasting means that make us appreciate and give thanks for pleasure. For fasting means giving up eating, drinking, intercourse, which are among the greatest pleasure. By giving them up for a short period of time, we begin to appreciate their value because of the blessings of Allah are not recognized. But when you when you restrain yourself away from them, you begin to recognize them. So this motivates you to be grateful. Fasting means of giving up haram things, because if a person can give up a lot of things, permissible things, in order to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in fear of His painful punishment, then he will more likely to restrain for haram thing. So fasting is a means avoiding things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited. Fasting enables us to control our desire. Why? Because when a person is full, his desire grows. But if he is hungry, then his desire becomes weak. Hence, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "O young man, whoever among you can afford to get married, let him do so. For it is most effective in lowering the gaze and protecting one's chastity. And whoever cannot do that, then let him fast, for you will be a shield for him." Fasting makes us feel compassionate, empathy toward the poor, because when the fasting person tastes the pain of hunger for a while, he remembers those who are in this situation all the time. So he will be hesitant to do acts of kindness toward them and show compassion toward them. So fasting is a means of feeling empathy with the poor. Fasting humiliates and weakens the shaitan. It weakens the effects of the whisper of shaitan on the person and reduces his sin. That is because shaitan flow through the son of Adam like a blood, as the Prophet ﷺ mentioned. But fasting narrow this passage through which shaitan flowed, so its influence grow less. Fasting person is training himself to remember that Allah is always watching. So he give up things that he desires, even though he's able to take them. But because he knows that Allah can see him, so he restricts himself. Fasting means developing an attitude of self-independence toward this world and its desire, and seeking that which is with Allah. So let us get into it. Let us get into the 10 benefits, 10 rational reasons beyond fasting, highlighted by Dr. Hamadad Abdul Latif in his book called Islam in Focus. He mentioned, and I quote, "Number one rational reason beyond fasting is that fasting equip mankind with creative sense of hope and an optimistic outlook on life, because when a person fasts, he or she is hoping to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seeking His grace." Number two rational reason beyond fasting, fasting imbues mankind with a genuine virtues of effective devotion, honest dedications, closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When a person fasts, he or she does only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number three rational reason beyond fasting, fasting cultivates in mankind a vigilant and sound consciousness, because the fasting person keep he or her fast in secret as well in public. In fasting especially, there is no mandate authority to check one's behavior or to compel one to observe fast. So one keep it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to satisfy one's own conscience by being faithful in secret, in public. There is no better way to cultivate a sound conscience in human being than this. Number four rational reason beyond fasting, fasting accumulates in human being patience and selfishness, because when a person fasts, he feels the pain of deprivations, but endure patiently to be sure that this deprivation might only be temporarily, but yet there is no doubt the experience make once realize the severe effect of such hardships on others who might be deprived of essential commodity for days, weeks, perhaps months together. The meaning of this experience, social and humanitarian sense, is that such person is more ready than anyone to sympathize with others and respond to their need, and that is the eloquent expression of unselfishness and genuine sympathy. Number 5, rational reason beyond fasting. Fasting teaches mankind an effective lesson in moderation and willpower. The person who observes fast properly is certainly one who can discipline her desire and place himself above the physical temptation. Such is the person of personality, character, and the person of willpower and determination. Number 6, rational reason of fasting. Fasting provides mankind with a transparent soul by which to ascend spirituality, a clear mind to think with, a light body to move with, and to act. Number 7, rational reason of fasting is fasting shows mankind a new way of wise saving and sound budgeting, because normally when a person eats smaller quality or as few meals, that person spends less money and efforts. Number 8, rational reason beyond fasting is fasting enables mankind to master the art of mature and adaptability. We can easily understand this point once we realize that fasting makes one change the entire course of one daily life. When someone makes the change, one naturally adapts oneself to a new rule and move along to satisfy the new rule. In the long term, develop in a fasting person a wide sense of adaptability and self-created power to overcome unpredictable hardship in life. Number 9, rational reason beyond fasting. Fasting creates in mankind the real spirit of social belonging, of unity, brotherhood, sisterhood, of equality before before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as before the Sharia, the Islamic law. This spirit is the natural process of the fact that when someone fasts, one feels that one is joining the entire Muslim society in observing the same duty in the same manner at the same time for the same motive to the same end. The last rational reason beyond fasting is divinely prescription for self-assurance and self-control, for maintenance of human dignity and freedom, for victory and peace. When one fasts in the proper manner, one is in control of oneself. Exercise full command over one desire and discipline one desire, and resist all evil temptation. By this course, the person is in a position to restore himself, to restore her dignity, his dignity, integrity, and to attain freedom from the captivity of evil. Once one obtains all this has been established, then an inner peace is obtained inside. As we see, these are some of the rational reasons beyond fasting. So brothers and sisters, I want you to ponder about these reasons why you're fasting. And most importantly, know that we fast because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to fast. Not only for these reasons, brothers and sisters. So this is just to basically highlight some of the reasons beyond fasting, some of the benefit of beyond fasting that we can utilize when people ask us, why do you fast? What is the reason beyond fasting? Number 1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command us to fast. Some of the rational reason beyond it, then you can highlight these rational reasons beyond fasting. So brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank everyone for joining our show, for supporting our channel. Please keep supporting, subscribing, sharing, and liking it. Brothers and sisters, I will conclude here with Subhanaka bihamdihi ashhadu la ilaha illa anta واستغفرك واتوب اليه. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته ومغفره.
دستورنا القرآن من يرتضي أن ينتمي لعدوه شيطان. دستورنا 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 القرآن، من يرتضي أن ينتمي لعدوه شيطان. وفداء أرواحنا وقتيله ريحان، وشهيدنا بدمائه في جنة الرضوان. وفداء أرواحنا وقتيله ريحان، وشهيدنا بدمائه في جنة الرضوان. وهداية لشعوبنا ولكفر